व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यमुनतीरावनचारी
यमुनतीरावनचारी।
जय राधमाधव जय कुञ्जबिहारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुञ्ज बिहारी।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव।
निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
गुरु महाराज की जय।
जय
वीरेंद्रराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।
जय
Shoguna Krishnadas Prabhu ji ki jai. All
जय।
glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you all devotees once again for joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So Thursday we completed verse number 9 and started verse number 10 as this a long purport. We have completed only one or two paragraphs. So today we will continue with the same verse number 10. And Shivana Prabhuji will hear from Shivana Prabhuji's class for the wonderful purport of verse number 10. So thank you once again, Shivana Prabhuji, for coming and trying to, in the busy schedule, Prabhuji is coming and
Thank you,
enlightening
Prabhu.
us.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very much,
opportunity.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. So we'll start with the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshvadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagi. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lange Degirim Yat Krivadamaham Paramanandamadavam. ശ്രീഗുരും ദീനതാരിണം ശ്രീചൈതന്യമീശ്വരം ഉപജ്ഞാനതിപിരാന്തസ്യ ജ്ഞാനാഞ്ജനാശലാകയ ചശ്രുമീലിതം യേന തസ്മൈ ശ്രീഗുരുവേ നമഃ. ശ്രീചൈതന്യമനോഭീഷ്ടം സ്ഥാപിതം യേന ഭൂതലേ സ്വയം രൂപഗതാ മഹ്യം ദദാന്തി സുപദാന്തികം. വന്ദേഹം ശ്രീഗുരു ശ്രീയുതപദകമലം ശ്രീഗുരും വൈഷ്ണവാംശ ശ്രീരൂപം സാഗരജാതം സഹണരഘുനാഥാന്യതം തം സജീവം സാദ്വൈതം സാവധൂതം പരിജനസഹിതം കൃഷ്ണചൈതന്യദേവം ശ്രീരാധാകൃഷ്ണപാദാൻ സഹണലളിതാ ശ്രീവിശാഖാന്യതാംശ. ഹേ കൃഷ്ണ കരുണാ സിന്ധോ ദീനബന്ധോ ജഗൽപദേ गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जगदागस्वामिन्निधि नामिने नमाचार्यपदाय निताय गुरुपदाय गौरपदादामदाय नगरे गिरामदाय स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय गुरु महाराज की जय गुरु महाराज जी हरे कृष्णा once more welcome all devotees for our nityam bhagavata sevaya Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session hare krishna okay Sarvad Mataji will continue reading
Yes, yes,
screen
Prabhuji,
required Mataji
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
screen required or
Yeah. Screen, if you are leaving means screen, Shivana Prabhuji can share or I don't know. My PC is not
I can
working.
share. I can share. No problem.
okay
Yes,
okay
Prabhuji.
okay thank
Prabhuji,
you
Yes.
Dr.
actually, this is very big, long purport. How we should continue, like one para or total?
Yeah, one para is okay. So I
Okay,
will
Prabhuji.
share the screen now.
yeah I'll stop
Yes.
it
Then I
thank
will
you
read sloka and the
Yes,
first two
verse and
paragraph.
yes.
Yeah.
Then
Then
mothers
remaining
can.
others can continue.
Yes, Mata. Yes. That's
Okay,
correct.
next
because as
somebody
Prabhuji is
can
leaving,
continue
as
and
Vimar
finish
Prabhuji
it
is leaving.
Yeah.
just some urgent thank you Proji and with
Okay. I'll share
permission
the recording, bro.
yeah
Okay. Shall I
Already
continue?
recording is
Shall I
shared.
start, Prabhuji?
yes thank you Proji
Yeah, 1 minute.
Dandavat.
I will share the screen, Mataji.
yes
Yes.
Prabhu thank you Dandavat Pranam Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna. You can start,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Pranam. Srimad Bhagavatam 8.1.10. आत्मावश्यमिदं विश्वं यत्किञ्ची जगत्यां जगत्तेन तिक्तेन भुञ्जीता मागृधा कस्य स्विद्दनम् आत्मावास्यमिदं विश्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्तेन तिक्तेन भुञ्जीता मागृधा कस्य स्विद्दनम् Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhijana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Within this universe, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Super Soul feature is present everywhere, wherever there are animate or inanimate beings. Therefore, one should accept only that which is allotted to him. One should not desire to infringe upon the property of others. Translation once more. Within this universe, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Super Soul feature is present everywhere, wherever there are animate or inanimate beings. Therefore, one should accept only that which is allotted to him. One should not desire to infringe upon the property of others. Purport. Having described the situation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as transcendental, Swayambhuva Manu, for the instruction of the sons and grandsons in his dynasty, is now describing all property of the universe as belonging to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Manu's instructions are not only for his own sons and grandsons, but for all of human society. The word man, or in Sanskrit Manushya, has been derived from the name Manu. For all the members of human society are descendants of the original Manu. Manu is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 4.1, where the Lord says, Imam vivaswade yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivaswan manave praha manu rishwagave abravit. I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshwaku. So Swayambhu Manu and Vaivasudha Manu have similar duties. Vaivasudha Manu was born of the sun god Vivaswan, and his son was Ikshwaku, the king of the earth. Since Manu is understood to be the original father of humanity, human society should follow his instructions. Shall I stop here or one more? How to continue, Guruji?
Yes, if anybody wants to read, they can read. Otherwise, you can continue, Mataji. Anybody would
Yes.
like to read it, or if it's okay for you to
Gita
read.
Mataji or Rasame, see, Gita Mataji is there. Mataji would like to continue
Hare Krishna.
after this one. Prabhuji, you will explain this one, or after that you will explain?
After last we'll finish complete. Mataji.
Okay. Then Geeta Mataji can continue. Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Swayambhava Manu instants that whatever exists not only in the spiritual world but even within this material world is the property of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present everywhere as the super consciousness. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 13.3, Kshetrajna Chabi Mam Vidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. In every field, in other words, in every body, the Supreme Lord is existing as the Super Soul. The individual soul is given a body in which to live and act according to the instructions of Supreme Person. And therefore, the Supreme Person also exists within every body. We should not think that we are independent. Rather, we should understand that we are allotted a certain portion of the total property of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, one more paragraph.
This Hare Krishna. This understanding will lead to perfect communism. Communists think in terms of their own nations, but the spiritual communism instructed here is not only nationwide but universal. Nothing belongs to any nation or any individual person. Everything belongs to Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the meaning of the verse. Atma Vasyam Idam Vishwam. Whatever exists within this universe is the property of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The modern communistic theory and also the idea of the United Nations can be reformed, indeed rectified by the understanding that everything belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is not a creation of our intelligence, rather, He has created us. Atmavasyamidam Vishwam Ishavasyamidam Sarvam. This universal communism can solve all the problems of the world.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody
Hare
else would like
Krishna.
to read? Thank you. Hare. Sadananda Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Please continue.
One should learn from the Vedic literature that one's body is also not property of the individual soul, but is given to the individual soul according to his karma. Karmana devanetrena jantur deho pate. The 84 lakhs different bodily forms or machines given to individual soul. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 18.61. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hruddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani indrarotani maya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. The Lord, as a super soul, sits in everyone's hearts and observes the various desires of the individual soul. Lord is so merciful that He gives the living entity the opportunity to enjoy varieties of desires in suitable bodies, which are nothing but machines. Indrarut Maya. These machines are manufactured by material ingredients of the external energy. Thus, the living entity enjoys or suffers according to his desires. This opportunity is given by the super soul. Continue, Prabhu, or anybody wants to read?
Rasamai Mataji wants to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please continue.
Okay, then Sadananda Prabhu, you can continue.
Okay. Everything belongs to the Supreme, and therefore one should not usurp another's property. We have a tendency to manufacture many things, especially nowadays. We are building skyscrapers and developing other material facilities. You should know, however, that is ingredients of the skyscrapers or machines can be manufactured by anyone but the Supreme Personality Godhead. The whole world is nothing but a combination of the 5 material elements. Tejo, Verimadam, Yatha, Vinimaya. A skyscraper is transformation of earth, water, and fire. Earth and water combined and burned in bricks by fire. And skyscraper is essentially a tall construction of bricks. Although the bricks may be manufactured by man, the ingredients of the bricks are not. Of course, man, as a manufacturer, may accept a salary from the Supreme Personality Godhead. That is stated here. Tena tektena munchit. One may construct a big scrapper, but neither the constructor, the merchant, nor the worker can claim proprietorship. proprietorship belongs to the person who can spend for the building. The Supreme Personality Godhead has manufactured water, earth, air, fire, and the sky, and one can use this and take salary tena tektena punjita. However, one cannot claim proprietorship. This is perfect communism. One tendency to construct great buildings should be used only for the construction large and valuable temples in which to install the deity of the Supreme Personality Godhead. Then our desire for the construction will be fulfilled. Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yes,
yes,
Mataji.
ma'am.
Since all property belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything should be offered to the Lord, and we should take only prasada, tena tiktena bhunjida. We should not fight among ourselves to take more than we need. As Narada said to Maharaja Yudhishthira, Yavad briyeda jadaram tavat swadam hidehinam swadam swatvam hidehinam adhikam yo bhimanyeda Sustenodandam arhadi. One may claim proprietorship to as much wealth as required to maintain body and soul together. But one who desires proprietorship over more than that must be considered a thief, and he deserves to be punished by the laws of nature. Bhagavatam 7.14.8. Of course, we need to be maintained in eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Ahara nidra bhaya maiduna. But since the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, has provided these necessities of life for the birds and beasts, why not for mankind? There is no need for economic development. Everything is provided. Therefore, one should understand that everything belongs to Krishna, and with this idea, one may take prasada. However, if one interferes with the allotments of others, he is a thief. We should not accept more than what we actually need. Therefore, if by chance we get an abundance of money, we should always consider that it belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Krishna consciousness, we are getting sufficient money, but we should never think that the money belongs to us. It belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and should be equally distributed to the workers, the devotees. No devotee should claim that any money or property belongs to him. If one thinks that any portion of property of this huge universe belongs to anyone, he is to be considered thief and is punishable by the laws of nature. Devi Heshya Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya. No one can surpass the vigilance of material nature or hide his intentions from material nature. If human society unlawfully claims that the property of the universe, either partially or wholly, belongs to mankind, all of human society will be cursed as a society of thieves and will be punished by the laws of nature. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, very, very wonderful sloka. And Prabhupada has given beautiful purport. Anybody, even small children, they read, they can understand. Like that, Prabhupada has written in a very nice way. So everybody can understand. This one sloka gives such a deep meaning. Maybe if you all remember, there is a similar verse. If you all remember, Tene Tektena Punjita, anybody knows? Magrita Kashya
Yes,
Sukshanam.
Guruji. When we study Isha Upanishad, Isha Vasyam
Yeah,
Idam Sarvam.
yeah, Isha Vashamidam Sarvam, Itkincha Jagatyam Jagat, Tene Tektena Punjita. So same verse, similar verse. Only the first, this one is, first line is different. Atma Vasyam Idam Vishwam. So this 8th canto of Bhagavatam is actually mainly focusing on Manvantra. Manvantra means actually, what is Manvantra means? How the Manus were ruling. And who are the Manus? Prabhupada already is. Manus are they are the father of the human beings, humankind. Manu, man, that word came from Manu. So Manus are the administrators of the universe. So how they got this position? They were appointed by the Supreme Lord to administer this universe. Okay. So there are like total 14 Manus they are there in one day of Brahma. So we all know one day of Brahma, there is a calculation. It is actually 4.2 billion years, I think. 4.2 billion years. Brahma's 12 hours. Then 4.2 billion years. Brahma's another 12 hours. So in that 4.2 billion years, we can see that is actually one kalpa or one day of Brahma. In that 14 Manus will rule in one day of Brahma. So that is actually for 1000 Chaturyugas. So 14 Manus means again you multiply this whatever Brahma's time, 1/2 day, no, like that day, if you multiply, divide it, sorry. If you divide each Manu, what is their lifespan? Each Manu will actually rule for about 71 Chaturyugas. 71 Chaturyugas means yes, one Chaturyuga is combination of what is it? Kali, Satyuga, Tretayuga, Dwapara, Kali Yuga. So that is one Chaturyuga. Like that, for 71 Chaturyuga, one Manu will reign. No, he will rule the administer the material universe. After that, next after 71 finishes, he will go. Another next Manu will come. So in every Manvantara, very important point to note. In every Manvantara, which is for 71 Chaturyugas, there are 6 personalities who manage various functions of this universe because they are administrators. No, so in every Manu, there are 6 people who are helping the Manu. Means with the Manu actually. Who are the 6 personalities? The Manu, the sons of the Manu, the second,
Indra.
and then the demigods. Number 3, 4 is Indra, and we all know the 7 great rishis, Sapta rishis, and the Manvantara avatar of the Lord. See, the Lord also comes as a Manvantara avatar because we know that 6 avatars are there, no? Yuga avatar, Leela avatar, Purusha avatar, like that. There is one avatar called out of 6 categories, Manvantara avatar. So who are there? 6 personalities in one Manvantara. The Manu, the sons of the Manu, the demigods, Indra, and the 7 great sages, Sapta rishis, and Manvantara avatar of the Lord. So they all actually administer the material universe for every cycle. So this is how it is going. Now here in this 8th canto, we can see Parishit Maharaj is asking the question to Sukadeva Goswami. So you are telling about Swayambhu Manu, the glories of Swayambhu Manu. I also want to know what were the other Manus during what were the Lord's Leelas in other Manus, like that. This question goes like that. Parishit Maharaj is asking about Lord's activities in various Manvantaras. You want to know. So I heard about Swayambhu Manvantara. Now I wish to hear about other Manvantaras. This is the question asked by Parishit Maharaj to Sukadeva Goswami. Now here we can see now what we are section number verse number 10. Now the Swayambhu Manu, actually glories of Swayambhu Manu is explained in the previous verses. Here verse number 9 to 16, we are actually in the section of Swayambhu Manu prayers to the Lord. So this verse is actually a prayer by Swayambhu Manu. So what does Swayambhu Manu pray to the Lord here? He is praying, when in this universe, Swayambhu Manu is saying, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in super soul future. We know in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarvar aham eva vedyo vedanta krit vedavit eva chaham. So in every living entity, I am present as a super soul. And also one more verse is there in Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshi arjuna tishtati brahmayam sarva bhutanam yantra rudani mayaya. So in this human body of machine, the soul is the driver, and along with the driver is present is the super soul who is actually orchestrating everything. So 2 verses are there, and also there is one more verse also. 3 verses are there, especially specifically about the presence of super soul within this one 13th chapter. Also Krishna is saying one verse actually that I am present in every living entity as a super soul. Without my permission, nothing will happen. Okay, so that same thing is repeated by Swayambhu Manu in his prayer. The Supreme Lord is present as superfluid feature in everywhere, wherever there is animate or inanimate. So what is animate? Animate means we are animate, we are moving. There is also inanimate, jada, like rocks, like that. So that is inanimate, that will not move. So there also the super soul is present inside that also. Wherever there is inanimate, and animate means moving, inanimate means non-moving. Therefore, Swayambhu Manu is saying, one should accept only that which is allotted to him. One should not desire or infringe upon property of others. So this is now currently big problem in the world. No? Every country is attacking the other country for extra land. We see now how many wars happened in the past 2 years. And till date, still now the wars have not completed. Whether we say Russia, Ukraine, Pakistan and India, and also Palestine, Israel, they're all fighting for the land. One person is telling this is our land, the other person is telling no, this is our land. But what here Bhagavatam, that's why Prabhupada is saying spiritual communism. So Kerala is very famous for known for communist philosophy, but that is material communism. Material communism is very artificial. It will not give you peace and happiness. So there is an interesting story like material communism. Prabhupada used to say, like one person, he went to Russia, and in the Russia, like maybe somebody from a big person here went there. So this communist person was very proud to tell how communism is working. So he took to the one of the person there living, because Russia was very famous for communism. And it is the Prabhupada also says how communism spread to India, especially West Bengal and Kerala. It is because of book distribution. The books came from Russia, and people are very literate in Kerala and all. So they read the books and they were convinced with their communist philosophy. That's how it became communist. So Prabhupada says how much book can impact our life. Prabhupada says that's why we should distribute Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, so it will transform many people's life. So in the same way, people, they accepted this philosophy. So this person was explaining, see how communist philosophy is helping the whole world. So he wanted to demonstrate to his that ambassador, whoever came there. So he called one person, communist person. He told, okay, if you have two houses, will you not give one house to your neighbor? He said, definitely I will give one house. Then this person smiled. See how communism is working. And he said, if you have two cars, your neighbor is not having a car, will you share one of your car to him? That person told, yes, definitely I will share one of my car. Then he smiled more happily. And then third time he asked him, if you have two cows, will you not share one of the cow with your friend? The communist person, he said, the person who was replying earlier, he said, no, I will not share. He said, why? Because he told, I already have two cows. How I can share? So that means what is not we are not having, they are ready to tell theoretically, I will share. But a person who is really having, he don't want to share with others. That's what happening in the material communism. People are corrupted. They are taking so much money, tax money, and they are building house for themselves and not ready to share with the public. Whereas the communist philosophy, what communist philosophy is telling, everybody in that state or country should take equal share. Nobody should be rich or nobody should be poor. Everybody should share among themselves and we should live happily. But that is in theory. But human beings have kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsaryam. So people will not share their money because people have greediness. So as long as people are greedy, they want to earn more and more and only keep for their family and they don't want to share it with others. So material communism will not work. But Prabhupada here mentions about spiritual communism. So what is spiritual communism? Therefore, one should accept only which is allotted to him. One should not desire to infringe upon property of others. If people accept this Bhagavata philosophy, then there will be no war. You work within your border, I will work within my border. I will not cross my border and you will not cross your border. That is for the country. And for the family also, the grahasthas, whatever I earn, I will manage. I will not actually desire for my brother's property. And my brother will not aspire for my father's property. When normally the family also we can see the brothers, they are very good, with each other. Till the property is being separated, given by the father. Till the time they are very good. They have very good relation. But when moment the property is distributed, there is fight between the brothers or sisters or within the family. Practically, you can see almost many of the families, they fight. Unless the family is spiritual, I have seen many families, they are fight. During the property, either the sister will fight with the brother or the brother will fight with the sister, or brother and brother, they will fight because they will tell, oh, this share you are taking, that share I am taking. But that is not what recommended. Whatever the father gives, we have to accept happily. So similarly, whatever Krishna has given according to our karmic quota, that we should accept. We should not try to grab others' property or others. That is called spiritual communism, Prabhupada mentions here. So 2 points we understand from this verse actually. Prabhupada, see how much is in Prabhupada's heart. He's writing such a big purport. Prabhupada can just write only one paragraph. Okay, the super soul is present everywhere. This is said in Bhagavad Gita also. And we should not accept others' property. And finish it. This is simple. But Prabhupada gives so much references, so much explanation, indicates that what is his mood and mission. Mood and mission is he wants people to be peaceful and happy in this world. That's why he's taking so much pain to write such an elaborate purport here. So that people, if they read, their mind will change, their heart will change. They will not fight. And if the country leaders will read, they will also not fight with the other country. Innocent people will not be killed in the war. Whenever there is a war, so many people will be killed. Not only soldiers will be killed. Soldiers will be killed, and when there is a missile attacked, it will come on the public area, and people, children are dying. The family, sometimes one family member will lose their life. So it is a very dangerous situation whenever war is happening. There's a very dangerous situation for the country. So that's why Prabhupada is taking, Prabhupada understands the gravity of this situation. That's why Prabhupada actually gives so much emphasis, and he has given so much, spent so much time to explain this purport in a very elaborate way. So here, if you go to the purport, Prabhupada in the first paragraph is mentioning how the word man comes. It comes from the Sanskrit word Manushya. See, Manushya, Manu. You see, all are common. Man, Manu, and Manushya. These are all same. Manushya. You cut that Yushya, man will come. And you add on you, Manu will come. Manushya. So, Manu is the actually the father of the mankind. That we should understand. That is first paragraph Prabhupada is mentioning. And how this Bhagavad Gita was spoken to in a chain of disciplic succession, that also written. Imam Vivashvate Yogam, 4.1 Bhagavad Gita, Proktavan Aham Abhyayam, Vivaswan Manave Praha, Manu Ikshakave Bravit. So all this spiritual knowledge is transmitted by Guru, Sishya, discipleship, and that one, originally, Krishna has given this Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan, the sun god. So Bhagavad Gita, many people think that it is 5,000 years old because Krishna has spoken in the Kurukshetra, Battle of Kurukshetra, 5,500 years before. But that is wrong. No, Bhagavad Gita is actually millions and millions of years old because Krishna himself says this imperishable science is spoken to sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed this to Manu, the father of mankind. So always remember, we should remember Manu means who is Manu? Father of mankind. And Manu in turn instructed to his son Ikshvaku. So Swayambhu Manu and Vaivashvata Manu have similar duties. So all the different Manus we will see in the next Saturday, not coming Saturday, next Saturday, with a clear graph flow chart, no? Like what are the different Manus who reigned here and what they were doing, what they were very famous for. So here we were seeing Swayambhu Manu and Vaivasvata Manu. So currently we are in the period of Vaivasvata Manu now. Our current Manu is actually Vaivasvata Manu. And Vaivasvata Manu was born from sun god, Vivaswan. And his son was Ikshvaku. So Ikshvaku is actually Vaivasvata Manu, which is current Manu. And his son is Ikshvaku. So to him, actually this Bhagavad Gita knowledge was given. And Ikshvaku was the king of earth. Since Manu is understood to be the original father of humanity, human society should follow his instruction. So there is one book called Manu Samhita. So sometimes people know in north and all, they burn this book, Manu Samhita. Why? Because there are some prayashita given. So they think that that is not good for human society. So they misunderstand. Like one right is a sati right. Sati right means actually in Manu it is written that after the husband goes, the wife will enter into the fire. But it is not actually voluntary. It is not by force. But what happened over a period of time, people started pushing the ladies into the fire. After the husband died, the wife will be pushed into the fire. So they thought this original came from Manu, Manu Samhita. So let us burn this Manu Samhita. And about the caste misunderstanding. So many things were there. Even so many people misunderstood Manu Samhita and they started burning. But actually, whether we take bhakti or pushing the people, everything is actually natural. Natural means it is a case that when a husband goes, the wife don't want to live in this world without her husband. So out of her austerity, she will enter the fire. But it is not by force. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur stopped that practice when he was there. So it is not by force. Whenever we take anything by force, then it becomes like a problem to the society. Like, see this, some countries, these people who are very much conservative, like Afghanistan, the people who Taliban, they are ruling. They bring everything by force. So the society is not happy. If you force people, then people will revolt against that force. They will do revolution. So anything cannot be forced. Krishna himself is not forcing. Krishna gives the whole Bhagavad Gita and he said, you can decide now what you want. What you want. Yata chesi tata kuru. That is Lord's mood. Lord's mood is not to force anybody. So how the Lord's devotee will force? So Manu is not forcing. Manu is telling what was the things existing. But over a period of time, it came by force. So that's why proper human society should follow his instruction. But we should understand the instruction through Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, otherwise we may misunderstand or mistake the instructions. Okay, now Swayambhuva Manu, second paragraph. Swayambhuva Manu instructs whatever exists, not only in spiritual world, okay, but also within the material world. What is that instructing? He is telling that everything is a property of the Supreme Lord. Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam. Because we did not create this earth, we did not create this soil, we did not create this water, we did not create this air, we did not create anything here. One example we can understand, we are all, after working here, we have money, we are buying a land in our place because to settle back, right? And then we are assigning a contractor, we are hiring a contractor and paying money to build a house. But once a contractor building the house, if he will claim that this house is belonging to me, we definitely will go to the court because we tell everything is supplied by me. You only built it. Similar way, everything is supplied by Krishna. We are only building, like skyscraper building or whatever we are building. We cannot claim it is ours because Prabhupada mentioned that the brick is coming from the earth, fire, everything we are using the ingredient. If a contractor will claim after building the house that this is my house, we will fight with him. Same way, here we are using and building a skyscraper and tell this is all mine. That is foolishness. Okay, everything belongs to the Supreme Lord, and we should understand that we are allotted only a certain portion of the total property. The Lord is assigning us certain property. Now we are taken birth in India, somebody taken birth in Africa, somebody is taken birth in America. So people who are taken birth in America, they feel like very fortunate because very materially affluent country. But again, we cannot claim America is mine. Prabhupada says after 8 years, Krishna will kick out and you will be born in another country according to your karma. So we cannot claim anything that it is ours. That is one thing. This understanding, here Prabhupada writes, this understanding will lead to perfect communism. So communists think in the terms of their own nations, but spiritual communism is instructed here not only nationwide but universal. So what is this concept called? Spiritual communism. Okay, nothing belongs to any nation or any individual person. This is called spiritual communism. The definition of spiritual communism is nothing belongs to any nation or any individual person. Everything belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the definition of spiritual communism. Okay, and whatever existing within this universe is also the property of the Supreme Lord. And whatever the United Nations we have, they are there with so many countries, but they are not able to stop any war. You can see now the United Nations role is very minimum, and nobody is listening to United Nations also. Even though they are telling to stop the war, but no country is listening to them. So Prabhupada writes here, United Nations can be reformed and rectified. How? By understanding that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. Here comes a challenge. Not everybody accepts there is God, right? That is a problem. And even if you accept God, they will tell, my God is superior. Islam people, they will say Allah is superior. They will fight with other religions. Christians will fight Christ is supreme. Now we will tell Krishna is supreme. So a very complicated arrangement only. Unless somebody is very philosophical, very deep thinker. If somebody is very much deeply thinking, then he can understand everything. Spiritual philosophy becomes very easy. See, I am born. If you understand there is Krishna or God, immediately second question will come. Why did God create me in this world? Second question should come. If you are a thinker, it should come. Then we will think, okay, God created for my enjoyment. Then why I am suffering? That question should come. If God created for my enjoyment, why should I suffer? I am getting so much diseases. I am getting so much pain. I am getting so much sorrow in my life. Why God is doing this to me? Naturally, question should come. Then we go to Bhagavatam. Krishna is very clearly saying, Dukkalayam Achashvatam. No other holy scripture is telling Dukkalayam. So we can understand which is very close to the absolute truth. That's why people from other religion also, when they are deeply thinking and they are reading Bhagavatam, they are getting transformed. So if you know this Bhagavad Gita in Arabic, who was translated to Arabic, he is a person from Middle East, Lebanon. So he actually was Lebanon or Syria, I think Syria. So he actually was in Germany as a refugee. There he read one time in the restaurant, Back to Godhead magazine was there. His name is Ravanari Das. Ravanari Das. You can type in Google Ravanari Prabhu. You can get, he's actually from Syria only. So he read that. There it is written that I can hear Prabhupada is explaining who is God, what is his address, how we can go. He said everything about God, A to Z we can give. So this person was very much convinced. And then he went to Germany temple, ISKCON temple. This was in 1975. Okay. So that time, Germans were very much against Arab people, because the Arab, they attacked something like this one. So they are not, they are very much cautious. So this person went to the temple president. He told, I want to join the temple. I want to learn this science because I am very much convinced. But the temple president is afraid. Oh, this person is Arab person. I will land into a lot of problem. So he said some excuse that no, we cannot now join. This is something, we have some requirement, something and all. What he said, there is another temple for you, that is bigger temple, they can accommodate you, and he given that address. You go to that temple in Germany. They will take you. Because he wanted, the temple president don't want any unnecessary issue with the government, with the nationality and something. So this person, Ravanari Prabhu, he understood that I know these people are hesitating because of my nationality, because I'm from Middle East and Syria is already having a lot of. So then he would clean shaven, taken most everything. No, he did not go in the Arab dress. He went like a normal person to the other temple and told like that I went to other temple. They referred here. They said, okay, you can join, no problem. They did not ask his background or anything. Then he started practicing everything, and he is the person who translated this whole Bhagavad to Arabic. Now today the Arabic version is by him. He is no more now. He got some health issues. By I think 75, 80, he has actually left the body. So just you be online, I can share Prabhuji's photo also, so at least you can see him. So deep thinkers, just not accepting, not just only accepting that, okay, my religion, I born in Hindu, I am like this, not like this. We have to think deeply. Is there really God? Huh? If there is God, why is he, I am suffering? Huh? All these things, if you, okay, see, Ravanari Prabhu. Okay, born in Palestine. I will share this one, your screen now. Just you can see. You are able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji, but
You are
photo
able
not.
to see the Google search?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Born in
National.
Palestine, Ravanari Prabhu joined ISKCON in 1973 in Germany. As a young devotee, he heard that it was Srila Prabhupada decided to have Bhagavad translate Arabic. He began the service immediately. See, this is all the Vaishnava hero. Okay, yeah, this is Ravanari Prabhu. I will show the images also. You can see. He is Ravanari Prabhu. Okay. So, any person who is deeply thinking, they can appreciate Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. But if you have a reservation that I am belonging to a different religion, then you will not understand. With the granddaughter, I think it is his granddaughter. You can see here with granddaughter Wali in Mayapur. She is Ravanari Prabhu. He is basically from which country? He is from Palestine. You see, people are fighting there. But you can see how Bhagavad Gita transformed him. This is practical, not any kind of theory we are telling, only reading Bhagavatam and we are telling, no, this is ultimate. No, we can see the transformation happening and all those things we can see. And further going to the purport, and let me close this one. Okay. So where we are here, one should learn that everything this will lead to perfect completion. The next paragraph, Ishvara Sarva Bhutana, Hrideshi Arjuna Tisthati, Brahmayam Sarva Bhutana, Yantra Rudani, Maya. So there are 8,400,000 species. Actually, everything is called like a mission. Okay. And the soul is present, put into any mission, and Krishna is operating that material nature. That is the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Oh Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of the living being, and it is who are seated as on a machine made of material energy. Okay, the Lord is the super soul, sits in everyone's heart and observes various desires of the individual soul. So Krishna is watching what is our desire. We want Krishna, we want Krishna's property. He knows. Maybe we put even Kantimala, we put Tilak, but Krishna knows what we want actually. When we are chanting what we want, Krishna knows. If we really want Krishna, Krishna will guide us to a proper guru and he will help us to progress more in spiritual life. But if we want material desires, then Krishna will, direct in a different way. So that is there. Yantra Rudani Maya. So that's why we cannot cheat. We can cheat the public by, putting a devotee dress. But we cannot cheat Krishna because Krishna is inside our heart. He is watching everything. Next paragraph. Everything belongs to the Supreme. Therefore, one should not usurp another's property. We discussed this already. We have a tendency to manufacture things. This also Prabhupada already mentioned. We discussed when a skyscraper means that also belongs to the Supreme Lord only. We can accept what is allotted to us by our karmic quota. And our tendency, how we can use this tendency. So we are all earning money, and we should use that money for building some temple near our area. Together with many devotees, we can combine and at least build a small center. Like for devotees to assemble, to chant, to hear Bhagavatam. At least everybody like 10, 20 people. Like see this ISKCON Balaram Desh. From devotees from Balaram Desh, they built a very beautiful temple in Guruvayur with the community. So that is a proper utilization. Prabhupada writes that our tendency to construct great buildings should be used only for constructing large and valuable temples, which to install the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then our desire for construction will be fulfilled. Okay, so this is one good thing we can do with our Lakshmi. Apart from our savings, a little portion we should all together do for making a small center. Since all property belongs to the God, personality of God, everything should be offered to the Lord. And we should take only prasad. Tene taktena bunjita. We should not fight among ourselves that more than we need. So Prabhupada quotes here Narada Muni saying to Maharaj Yudhishthira, Yavad priyate jitaram tavat swatam hi dehina adhikam yo abhima amanyatye sasteno dandam arati. One may claim proprietorship as much as wealth required to maintain body and soul together. It is not that we should not claim. We can claim as much as we should maintain our body healthily and for our family. But one who desires proprietorship over other must be considered as a thief. Thief. And he deserves punished by laws of nature. So that is very important that when we don't acknowledge this, that everything belongs to the Lord, we are considered to be thief. And Prabhupada writes here, therefore, if by chance we can get an abundance of money, we should always consider that it belongs to the Supreme Lord. Like Prabhupada disciple Ambarish Ford, Ambarish Das, he's given 50% of his Lakshmi to build the TO, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Because he's Prabhupada disciples, he know how to utilize the Lakshmi. It's a very practical example. No devotee should claim that money or property belongs to him. So there are a lot of temple presidents, they will get a lot of donation from people. But Prabhupada, that's why here giving, no one should think that this money or property belongs to him. One thinks that any portion of the property of this huge universe belongs to anyone, he is considered to be a thief. And also not only thief, he is punishable by the laws of nature. So where we get a better philosophy than Bhagavatam? Anybody? You cannot think of any better. So we are suffering because we are not acknowledging that it is all property of the Lord and we are not living according to the instructions of the Lord. If we live our life according to the instructions of the Lord, we will experience peace and happiness by the mercy of the Lord. So yesterday also we discussed that, that we may get affluence, beauty, wealth, knowledge, renunciation, these all coming by our past karma. But peace and happiness, these two things only will come by Krishna's mercy. If you want to experience peace in your life, you want to experience happiness in your life, that will not come by your affluence. You may be wealthy, but you will be the most miserable person in the world. We can see people who are wealthy, whether they are really happy. No, they cannot sleep at night. Yesterday also we discussed in the class. So we should understand that whatever affluences we are getting, that is because of our karma. But because of that, we cannot experience peace and happiness in our life. We may experience some pleasure for some time due by our money. But peace and happiness is purely in the portfolio of Krishna. Only when you surrender to Krishna, then you will experience that peace and happiness. Prabhupada is here. Devi Yesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya. Very difficult to cross. No one can surpass the vigilance of material nature or hide his intention from material nature. If human society unlawfully claims the property of the universe, either partially or wholly, it belongs to the mankind. All human society will be cursed as a society of thieves and will be punished by the laws of nature. Now we understand why humanity is suffering, because first of all, we are killing animals, that is Krishna's children, and we are also claiming Krishna's property as our own property, and all those things are there. So because of that, we are suffering. But if we take the medicine, that we acknowledge everything belongs to the Lord, we chant the holy name, hear Bhagavatam, from our heart, we want to please the Lord, then automatically Krishna will guide us in a proper direction and we will experience peace and happiness. So this wonderful verse, Prabhupada has given a nice purport here, very crystal clear purport, how we should have our mood. We may have property, but what should be our mood? We should know our family members, our property, everything is a property of Krishna. And everything should be used in the service of Krishna. Then our life becomes perfect, peaceful and happy. Hare Krishna. So any questions or any doubts or any comments, please, devotees can feel free to express it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very, very important points. So whoever the points, whatever, whoever the Manisha means, all of us will be, they have the age means the termination, right? Then explain this in body also we have the material body, the part of the Supreme Lord. Also the Lord itself is the owner of this body, and the Upadrishthanumanivandhacha. So he's, without his permission, we cannot do anything. Also this with the last, the law, Shanti Mantra. This is a Bhoktaram Yadavasam. He is the original proprietor, and he is the enjoyer. So if we are thinking just like that, we will be peaceful. Otherwise, it is
will be always disturbed.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Very nice.
Yes,
thank you.
Very,
bro.
very important point. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So this is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam, beauty of Prabhupada's purpose. We get so much clarity at the end of the class because of Prabhupada's purport and the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we cannot compare this Bhagavatam Bhagavata with any other holy scriptures in this world, because this is giving the MRI version of the world, not even X-ray. X-ray is little dull, higher than MRI. They say MRI gives complete. So this material world is giving the complete MRI scan of this material world. What is this world?
One thing is that Prabhu, we are only the rare people is utilizing this knowledge. That is.
So it should be a little fortunate. Mercy of the Krishna is also required.
Yes.
Then they get the access to this knowledge. Some precious things, whatever precious things, Prabhu, not everybody will get access, right? They say sometimes Kohinoor diamond, right? It is very rare. Not everybody. How many of us seen Kohinoor diamond? So precious things, the access to get the precious things is very difficult in this world. So this is a very precious thing, Bhagavatam. So naturally, people don't want God. So naturally, they don't want Bhagavatam. If you want God, then you want Bhagavatam also. So if you don't want God, people want something else. That's why they are not getting access to Bhagavatam. Who really desperately want Krishna, they will automatically get access to Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Mataji, any queries or questions, comments?
Hare Guruji, thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji. And when we studied Bhakti Shastri, that time we studied actually not in detail, but a spiritual communism. This we studied actually. But that was actually for that purpose of getting mark. Some idea we got actually, but today this was actually total elaboration of that topic, the spiritual communism. When we practice that in our day-to-day life, we will be our life will be successful.
Very true, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining this for Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Hare Krishna. So we'll chant for everybody's spiritual progress. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.